The world always changes, but one thing is still the same. Even the strongest pass through Oz Gate. So when you fight, fight with honor, because cowards die forgotten, and they wait for you. On the other side.
When will you pass through?
Yo!
Hey!
You caught us off guard. We were not ready for you.
Despite the long, slow pull-in of the image.
Shh, they don't know that.
Hello, and welcome to Shadows of Archonia 2, our weekly fifth... No, it's not 5th edition. I'm so programmed still. I almost said the other game. We don't play that shit.
Embarrassing.
We don't play that shit.
No.
It's cool if you play it. We play Worlds Without Number now.
Hey.
Yeah, it's oh wait, this is not it.
This is our live stream campaign. No, that's something else. We'll get to that. I'm Steve Boshier, and I will be your game master for the evening. These are my notes. I don't know why I'm waving them around right now.
And I'm Alan. I'll be playing one of the players, Eddie Bones.
Just one of them.
Just one of them.
One of the players.
Sometimes
One time there was two.
Yeah. Sometimes I run 2 or 3. It depends. And he is a shapeshifter and a healer.
It's true. Hello, I'm Yuri. I play Captain Sally One-Eye of the Venture.
Yeah,
I also play a warrior.
I'm Max. I don't know if we've met
Who are
before.
you?
What was your name
I'm
again?
back. Hello, and I'm so sorry. I am Max. Some of y'all know. I play Eric Agier, the wonderful asshole of the group. That's just been a little too quiet these last 2 weeks. I play the accursed necromancer.
Woo! That sounded like an adjective, but that was actually 2 class names.
It's true.
I'm Matt, and I play Renly Trufane, the wizard who currently has the wonderful asshole imprisoned.
What?
Well, we'll get back to that.
That's true.
Speaking of
It's much better
assholes,
this way.
It's time for the
It is
content.
better.
Wait, wow, hold on.
It's so peaceful, hasn't it?
It has been really nice voice. So
It's been really quiet. It's been really quiet.
yeah.
No, this is your content warning for the night. We are role-playing. It's improv. We don't know what we're going to say, but this is a dark fantasy show intended for adults. You can expect violence. You can expect potential sexual content. You can expect, I don't know, what's the other stuff I usually say? We might say bad stuff. We don't know what we're going to say. We're bad people.
Fuck.
You should find another stream.
Sorry about that.
Find another stream. That's right. Language was the other thing I was going to say. Language. If you don't want to watch that kind of thing, have fun on someone else's show.
It's what my character would do.
It's what my character.
And also, we are playing Worlds Without Number.
Yes.
Yay!
The book.
And it's by Kevin Crawford of Siren Nominee.
That's very close.
Siren... Sign Nominee.
Yeah.
We'll get there. And he's made a lot of awesome books, including Stars Without Number.
Yeah.
And the new Cities without number.
Ooh, 3 copies right here.
3 copies.
Look at that.
Which we may or may not have backed.
Here's a fun fact. These two backed the Kickstarter.
Yep.
I ordered my book after the fact. We both got our books the same day.
Well,
He's really good at shipping if you want to go buy it.
yeah. So this is the cyberpunk one, and this is the fantasy one.
Yeah.
So
and
we'll
They're both fantasy.
there's a sci-fi space
Well-
opera one, Stars Without Number, which
we own
we've.
it?
I have a copy coming actually, because we're going to be all Kevin Crawford all the time pretty soon. But we did play it on Tales from the Backlog like way back.
I have a copy of the Stars.
Oh, you do?
Number. Yeah.
Cool. There you go.
And yeah.
All right, and the music in our intro is Prepare for Battle by Digital Daydream and Skullbreaker by Fir Tree Audio. Both songs are licensed through motionarray.com.
Who's talking next?
It should be
no idea.
Steve.
It's me, yes. And many
yes.
of the digital assets in the intro, I thought it was Matt. And many of the digital assets in the intro are licensed from other sources. The character art itself was done by me in Dad's studio. I am a digital 3D character artist, so if you would like your character or your party rendered in my style, hit me up and let's talk. I can be found on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram as Mighty Worst Character Portraits, or on ArtStation under my real name, Steve Boshier, which is right there.
You probably thought you were going next, or I was going next, because last time I jumped the gun.
No, it's because I read I have it up now. I just read it out of
okay.
order. But thanks for giving me the
Now it's
benefit
Matt's
of the doubt.
turn.
I was trying to cover you there a
I
little bit.
appreciate it.
I feel like I should go after hers anyway, because we're both talking about the intro.
Well-oiled machine.
Anywho,
We know.
the voices you heard in the intro were none other than our long-lost friends, Carolyn and Joshua.
Rest in peace.
May they
Yes.
Poor bastards.
rest in mediocrity.
Yeah, if you like our streams and want to hang out with us, join our Discord. What was the laugh for?
It's nothing.
Sheesh. I don't ever disrupt him when he's talking, and all of a sudden, I'm the bastard.
Rude.
I know, rude. I'm the asshole, right?
It was a stealth sound check.
Anyway, whether you are watching on Twitch or YouTube right now, you can find the link of our Discord below this video. Yeah, this one, I guess. We're all in there along with our regular viewers, and we love talking about our games, other games, and whatever else comes up. I'm so out of touch with my lines. So sorry.
That's fine.
Okay, if you really like our stream, visit our merch store at shadowsofarconia.com, where you can order t-shirts and sweatshirts featuring your favorite Archonia characters.
Except,
Unless your favorites are currently on screen.
yes.
Yeah, but those are coming soon sometime.
Sometime. We need you guys start pitching the catchphrases.
Okay.
All right?
And yeah, you should definitely check out our YouTube channel. We have all of our bad luck of all of our previous streams on there, including season 1, which is like 100 episodes. It's crazy. And all of our one-shots, which are on
Monday nights
Yeah.
at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. Just like the show you're currently watching is on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. But on Mondays, we have our other show. Oh, Yuri, would you mind moving the lovely vase full of flowers out of the way of our logo?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Stupid nature. On Monday nights, we do Tales from the Backlog, which is our show where we try out lots of different games, and we have a rotating cast. That's really cool. This week we did Into the Odd.
I killed everybody.
Alan and Yuri were on that show.
why?
I was
Yuri
so close.
survived, but not with her first
I
character.
was so close to greatness.
Yeah, it was a heck of a show. And then
Don't
let's-
pull levers.
Yeah, next week
Or
we're
press
playing.
buttons.
Oh, is that
or
where that
shoot
show
tanks,
came from?
pressurized.
Next week we're playing Vieja Escuela Pulp, run by the lovely Mia, and then on Saturday we're doing an extra episode, which we'll be doing for the next 3 weekends, where we are playing EZD6 with DM Scotty running our games for us, the author of EZD6.
You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it. We're doing Wasted World. We've done it on the channel a number of times before. We've played several different iterations of it as he's currently developing it. Wasted World is his upcoming expansion playset for EZD6. So we're very excited to be on there. It will be myself, Meredith, who you've seen on the Monday night shows many times, Mia, and my friend Edward, who's been on a few times as well. So we'll see you Saturday. We're doing a 3-shot. It'll be the next 3 Saturdays in a row. And then Not that next Monday when we're doing Vieja Escuela. Look.
Wow.
Can you just help me out? Anyway, the following Monday we have a whole other game.
Howdy. I talked about this a couple weeks ago, but join me September 11th as I don the title of Candlekeeper for my very own game Beyond the Obsidian Veil.
Show it.
We are going to be journeying through limitless possibilities and singular dreams. Lose yourself in the legends beyond the Obsidian Veil. Now, this is first
hardcover.
edition
Beautiful.
book.
Beautiful hardcover.
I designed it with the wonderful artwork done by a close friend of mine from long ago, Ace Shipwright. How's it going, buddy? He does not watch the show. I keep trying to pull him in. But Aaron is such a wonderful artist. But yeah, this book has a lot of wonderful notes.
It's a gorgeous book.
It's a gorgeous
Really
book.
good book.
Something like this. Yeah.
Ooh,
Very nice. Very nice.
Pretty.
Ooh, wow.
Pretty.
Yeah, so that's coming up on September 11th. I'm very excited. It's my first game that I've ever created.
Is there a cat race?
There is not.
I won't be playing.
Just go home now.
Okay, I have something to say to that, by the way. I have created this coin system. Remember the coin system?
Yes.
We have treasure points that you guys earn in the form of coins for great deeds that you witness, or wondrous things that you see during the game, or awesome actions that you perform. Now I'm going to give one to you guys for the brilliant idea of everybody going invisible when the Navy showed up. And I'm going to give another one to Eddie Bones for successfully breaking the rudder. And
Ship.
in a shameless attempt at bribery, we will now implement a new rule. 1, 2 is the number of Friday night cast members who appeared on this Monday show.
Trying to get
Alan
more
and Yuri
Mondays.
just got you guys 2 coins.
Well, play Into the Odd again. I'll definitely come back.
Yeah. Sound up for Max's game.
Well, do you have enough players for your game?
Just me so far.
So far, so...
Is there beast folk? Is there a druid class?
You should
All
be,
right, let's save that
you should try to get,
conversation
you
for
should try to get some
later.
extra coins out. Like, I'll come in for 2 coins.
Coming for 2 points. All right, so when we last left you guys, the inimitable Eric Agier was asleep and in stasis and invisible and underwater. All of those things.
Literally all of those things.
And we
Yeah,
forgot to bring you back
Something's
up.
happened. Yeah.
And when I say asleep, I do, of course, mean comatose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so far off to my state.
Say COVID. So our comatose lad was pulled up out of the water.
I don't think we did.
Actually, what happened, one of the very last things in the last couple minutes of the stream last week was, did anybody pull up Eric?
I think Matt brought that up.
Yeah.
True to character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was just hanging underneath the boat.
Yeah, he was just off the side so no one ran into him while he was invisible.
Yeah.
The Navy on board the Champion had come to capture you guys. Not the entire Navy, just the captain of the Champion, who understands that you guys have a map to Greybeard's treasure. While he followed you out
They
of
just
port,
wanted to talk, right?
They just wanted to talk. He followed you out of port on board the Venture, formerly the Piss Pot, renamed by its new captain. Thank God. You guys all went invisible, and your crew covered for you, said you'd never been here. If you guys weren't on their ship and weren't on the Venture, then you must still be back in Crystal Shore. The captain only partially bought it and opted to escort the Venture the rest of the way to your destination, which was the city of Swerkwell. However, thanks to some clever use of werewolf strength by one Eddie Bones, the rudder of the Venture of the Champion was demolished, and they were not able to repair it quickly enough to avoid losing you guys.
It is not an easy thing to repair.
It's not an easy thing to repair. The naval people know how to do it, but you guys lost them. Now, we were tracking days. This came up earlier in the Discord, because I forgot half the show last week, apparently. We were tracking days. It is now day 17 of the month, with Eddie Bones' full moon transformation happening on the 15th. So that was actually 2 days after. The full moon thing was 2 days after you were accosted by the champion. And then 2 days after that, you finally lost them.
And Grace.
And Grace completely. Well, there were some suggestions that Grace was probably helping you guys out from afar during that ordeal.
And Eddie did reconcile and leave a note for her.
Yes, Eddie left a note for her. Now I'm gonna bring up the map again.
Well,
There we go. So you came from Crystal Shore. You had been heading for Swerkwell, but
That was a lie.
that was a lie. You told them Swerkwell, and then after you lost them, you changed course for Zolt Wharf. So that's where you'll be headed tonight.
Make sure to write down that you now have the champions maps.
I do.
Because I took them.
That's right.
That's
the
right.
Champions Map.
Well done, Eddie Bones.
Now,
Well
in the
done.
meantime, during this whole journey, Eric Agier had fallen into a coma, which was not related to any real-world events, but was in fact because he was exposed to another one of the Omnium Bindstones, which was found at the bottom of the ocean. One of these stones gave him his powers originally and forced him to flee his home of Lowlight, and now he's encountered another one, which shortly after the encounter caused him to fall into a coma, during which he had some crazy dreams, which you can read all about in the Discord.
It was nuts.
It was nuts.
It was nuts.
Nuts.
like,
You got
go to the Discord just for that, at least.
bro. All right.
Bro.
So it is now day 17 on your journey. But yeah, Renly, you experience a shifting in the magic field around your spell that you've been maintaining around Eric, and you understand that his mind is now ready to awaken. He awaits only release from your stasis.
I'm gonna approach Eddie.
What a tough decision.
Cut the line. I'm just kidding.
You guys have left him in the water? It's been 2 days.
I guess it wasn't a tough decision.
I mean, it's not like he's
no,
saying
no,
it
no.
right.
I'm just kidding. You pull the kid up. I think he's done.
Huh.
Been on water.
There's no reason not to.
Look, I want to show you guys something. There's no reason not to. I want to show you guys something. I happened to build out the lower deck of the ship today,
Yay!
and I, making certain assumptions about my players, placed Eric Agier on a bed in the infirmary.
I mean, I can still put him there if you want.
No.
If you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you pull him aboard, I'm gonna kind of like just tap on his forehead, because I'm assuming the stasis isn't like an actual, like it's not. He's still just his body essentially.
Yeah.
With like a
not like a
aura
bubble.
around him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
And like kind of look in his eyes. Yeah, he looks ready. So I'm gonna pop off a barnacle just to make sure, and then I'll release it.
Eric, you feel as though you are coming out of a deep, dark fog. You're fighting your way through. It is pure instinct. You have no thoughts. Every thought that starts to trickle into your brain one at a time, it's like you're finding it by lifting up a heavy blanket, which you are also under. But gradually you start to become aware of yourself. In fact, I would say you probably start to become aware of your surroundings before yourself. The rocking of the boat, the lapping of the waves, the smell of the wood. You are...
A cold egg nose in your face.
actually, where did you release him? Below decks or on deck?
On deck.
On deck.
Yeah.
Okay. Then also the sun. The sun on your face.
If I can add, as I'm coming up, I'm trying to hold on to every single word that I heard, every single feeling that I felt while I was wherever I was. The thing that continues to echo is, don't let this be the end of my service. Don't let this be the end of my service. And I whisper that as I'm coming up, don't let this be the end of my service. Eric. Oh,
And you see a little egg there with a tilted head, like,
hi there.
You're finally awake.
You're back.
whose service?
Sorry, what?
You were saying, don't let this be the end of your service?
God, my back hurts.
Yeah, that might have been.
He was in
Are we-
underwater.
Yeah, it was cold water.
was weightless.
Maybe it was. I imagine it would like lower the inflammation a little bit.
I like prop myself up. Are we on a boat?
Yep, go on the venture.
You have keen observation skills.
Captain Sally at your service.
I don't need that shit from you. Where? Why?
Oh,
Hey, don't speak to your captain that way.
Captain! Should we flog him?
You
Flog
know, seeing as he's just woke up and he's ignorant, we'll let it slide this time. But please note, I am Captain Sally One-Eye.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I
Of the
step
venture.
into? Okay, I've read this.
Welcome
before.
back, Sleeping
I have-
Beauty.
It's called science fiction.
I have-
Did I like step into like a different universe?
No, I have terrible news for you. You've been asleep for 6 years.
Eddie does laugh in real life.
Wait, are you
So-
shitting me?
Yeah.
Oh. What the fuck happened?
It's been like a week or
Yeah.
less.
We got this ship. Sally's the captain. And
Well,
you better show her some respect.
While you decided to be lazy and just snooze.
Actually, Captain, he counts as either passenger or prisoner. He hasn't signed the articles.
That's true.
This is true. So you
Signs and
have
articles.
actually three choices before you, Eric, and I do hope you choose either one or the two.
You're really making me read right now?
Yes. Would you rather be part of our crew or a passenger or shark feed?
You're telling me that you're following law.
The pirate law.
We have a code. We might not be the most
I'm sorry, I just woke up.
Let's get to it in your own time. I'm just letting you know, we're a ship full of professional career criminals. That piece of paper is what keeps us from murdering each other.
Is that Va?
They might
That's
murder.
Vanilla.
They might
Vanilla.
murder.
This is more than just one simple thing of no murdering. This has 10 different statues.
Technically 11.
Well,
Number 2's on there twice.
well, for a kid like
Oh, would you look at that? Y'all don't even know how to count.
What's up, Deltron?
for a kid like you, we need to cover all the bases.
A kid like me,
You
please,
also
I
you,
can make this in my sleep.
Then how
That's
about
not,
you read
that's-
over?
This isn't on the real prop, but you notice looking at it that several things have been crossed out. Like any place it says every man, Sally has crossed out with person. And what was the other change?
This
you made?
doesn't even. It seems like it's
Something to do with
still
egg,
in
right?
flux.
Oh, that
yeah.
was the person. That was the
Yeah,
help of the person.
Every person.
Yeah,
Or fox. Every person or fox.
Yes.
Yeah.
Egg was included in the articles.
Gotcha. This still seems like it's in flux. So whenever you get a more formal thing without all the scribbles,
According
let me
to
know.
the articles, he's actually not allowed to sign to the articles until we're in port. Because there can't be any changes to the agreement while we're at sea.
Well, please consider it, Eric. For right now, you are considered as a passenger on this ship.
Sally, you
Passenger,
can't-
you got it, Captain.
You cannot
Guys!
be serious
You
right now.
can't hate him.
must listen to the orders of the captain and the crew. Otherwise, I am afraid our crew might be testy and someone might be swimming overboard. So please just behave just a little bit. I know you just woke up.
For your own protection, just.
Is this actually real?
Yes.
It's not a dream
You guys are having this conversation
or a nightmare.
on the quarterdeck, which is at the back of the ship. On the Venture, actually, is covered by a tent, which is unusual. But the quarterdeck is forbidden to all but officers. You cannot come up here without an officer's invitation. So Sally's the captain. You guys can be up here if she says you can. And Venora was the bosun, but she has left. So you guys now have some degree of privacy. You're still in the open, but you're on a part of the boat that other people aren't allowed on.
Hold on, it's all coming back to me. We decided to go on a pirate ship rather than the Navy. Is this what we decided?
Yeah, you were awake for that part.
Yes.
Oh,
That was before. The decision part was before.
I'm still catching.
Think about this. Think about it logically, son. We just killed half this crew, so if they do become a problem, we only have to deal with half a crew.
In fact, right
And-
before
and
you
trained.
woke up,
Half a crew.
we actually got seized by the champion. And thanks to the crew helping us,
And Renly's magic fingers.
they saved your life once again.
I've never been told I have magic fingers before. That's odd.
That's what it looked like.
That's a shame! Yells someone from somewhere.
So we're actually doing this. We're going searching for this treasure.
Yep.
Wow.
We have to get it before the champion does.
Well, we do know that Greybeard accumulated, or that's the thought, many different items, and the hope is that there are items there that might be of interest to you and Renly in your own personal quest.
Yes. And we learned that there was more treasure than this ship is even capable of holding.
Which Eddie has gallantly provided the charts and maps of the champion. There was one in Greybeard's chart, so I would like to study that and see if I can make out more of the chart in Greybeard's book.
Yeah, we'll call that a sail check to see if you can compare an older, less accurate chart and make any more sense of it than before.
Are you sweating because it's hot or because she's challenging you?
She's challenging me. Also, it's hot.
Sally,
It's hot.
I'm a
you
sweaty
can't
kind of guy.
actually be serious about this one.
I'm afraid so. Otherwise, it's walk the plank, my friend.
We all signed it. It's not degrading in any way.
It's a typical Coluda behavior. There's nothing in there that I believe is too objectionable. Once we're at port,
Division of treasure. Don't
if
kill
you-
each other.
If you have an additional clause to add, we may make that. We may propose that change once we get to port.
Yeah, it also
Article 4.
Yes.
You sign this. No man, person, or fox is to game at cards or dice for money while at sea.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's a very good reason for that, and it's actually no money is involved, so you can do pretend games, I suppose.
Yeah.
You're serious about this?
I'm quite serious.
We all actually backed that clause for her sake. Actually.
No, that's brilliant. This is why I'm thinking it's bullshit, is the fact that some of these
You've got a point there.
don't make any sense for you.
Well, some of those were made by previous captains.
Yeah.
Yep, it was it was updated by Sally One Eye, not written from scratch.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I just woke up, and I don't like doing business when I've just awoken. If you do not mind.
You may ponder that while we check on these charts.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll me a sail check, please.
Can I help her?
I rolled a 10.
She did pretty. Don't you have to add your sail?
I don't
is
know
a
if I
10.
can
9.
help too
Renly-
much on sell.
Renly is helping. That's not how
Okay.
helping works. Remember the house rule?
No, I forgot.
You roll one extra die, and you
But
can
he's
drop
good
the
at
lowest.
reading in books and
He's good at reading in books, and he has additional knowledge that you don't know about. But yeah, roll one extra die, and then drop the lowest of the three.
I rolled the same,
didn't really help.
so
So
Don't,
10.
I rolled a
you?
10.
Don't you add your intelligence?
It's a 0.
Oh, okay.
Captain Sally.
All of this work, still a 10. Which is not a bad roll.
With the 10, you don't get much new information, but you do get a better handle on exactly how it is you're supposed to reach this point on Indomitus that you're sailing to. So when you get to Zolt Wharf and then set off again, you will be able to have a more correct heading.
That's right. Last time I also figured out which side of the island we're landing on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time you figured out what part, because it's a very big island.
Yeah.
I also want to examine the charts to get us the fastest and quickest way to Zoltwarf. Without mishaps.
You're already on the straight
Okay,
line. Yeah.
perfect.
That's a known port, and you're in a known part of the sea. That's not a problem.
Have we made it to the port yet?
Not yet. We are, like I said, the champion intercepted you on day 13. That's day 13 of the month, not day 13 of your sailing. It was less than that, like a week of sailing. But then after the champion accosted you, you lost them by day 17, and that's when Eric woke up. So it's now day 17 of the month. And you guys should be... Actually, I don't know this off the top of my head, but I'll check what day you should arrive at Zoltwarf.
While you're looking that up, I'm going to hang out with Eric for a minute.
Copy.
Do you go below deck or where do you go?
While they're doing this thing, if you do pay attention, I'm kind of just spaced out. Either looking at the waters and then just kind of wandering. I don't know. I'm not quite there just yet. And then, I do end up wandering like downstairs and just like sitting on a cot.
I think when you leave is when I notice, and I'll go with you.
You find me in a weird state as I am doing my best to just meditate.
Huh.
This can't be the end of this.
Used to be very difficult for me to get you to meditate.
Oh, hi.
Do you want to talk about it? That you literally went unconscious for no reason.
I'm gonna be quite honest. I don't exactly know what happened. Have we... Now this is gonna sound like a ridiculous question. Have we met before? Like before?
Me and you?
No. Like not like well, we met, but before the point of us meeting, did we know each other before that?
No,
Okay.
I'm fairly certain the first time I ever saw you was when you found my hidden room.
Yeah.
did
No,
not.
it was a stupid question. Sorry about that.
No, it's not. No question is stupid. We're into the unknown right now, and it's even unknown for me, and I've seen a lot.
I had the strangest dream. You remember that person that we met that broke reality and was talking about something about soul, the god?
Mm-hmm. On the island?
Yeah, on the island. I met another figure. I can't quite remember her name. What was her name before? Again?
Her name was Moira Smoothskin.
Moira Smoothskin. Is that
Smooth skin.
Smoothskin? Yes. Have you heard that name before?
I have heard the name.
What about
Ages.
Abriaxel? Abriaxel?
That's...
You actually don't know him by that name. You would know him by the name The Dead One.
So, okay, so then my answer is no. I mean, it doesn't sound familiar, but sometimes, I mean, I can't remember a lot of this stuff anyway. There's too much to remember.
No, that's fair. I can't quite remember all the people that I met and all the people that my father had at court.
Usually if they're important, they stand out to me, though. So, yeah.
Moira stuck out. She mentioned us meeting before.
You and her.
I think so.
I don't think I've met her.
Renly, roll me a no check.
I'm trying to keep my player knowledge out of my character knowledge on this one.
This will be your no check.
Okay, great. 8 on the dice, 9 intelligence, 10.
10. You know that Moira Smoothskin was from a very long time ago and should be dead.
That I do know.
And
I've heard the name.
You know that she was very... She was known. Yeah.
Are there any
you would know
legends?
this. She was known as the Immortal Champion before Zaylin was.
Oh. That's just like a history book, a history lesson thing.
Yeah.
Like a really deep, hidden away history lesson thing.
Yeah. The kind of history that isn't written down.
Got it. Yeah, I don't know too much about Moira.
I was just a shot in the dark.
Did she seem... Was your experience with her present, or was it like you're watching something? I'm just trying to figure out, she shouldn't exist.
I mean,
Did she feel real to you?
Are you guys having this conversation with Eddie and Sally here?
no.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Unless one of them comes down for whatever reason.
It felt real. I mean, it all felt real. It was one of those dreams where you just have no control. Sorry, I'm just remembering the first time I got my powers. Yeah, it was that similar feeling where you just don't have control over yourself. It was like a vision.
Well, there's a lot to unpack here. We have a long voyage ahead of us. Get some rest. Continue meditating.
I actually don't know how to meditate. I'm just I've seen people do it. Like
I told
don't-
you at least 300 times.
God, maybe one more time.
All
I'll
right,
listen this
these
time.
guys have meditation.
I'll listen this time.
Level 301.
Yeah.
What are you two up to?
Well, Eddie, once he realizes that the kid's okay, he probably goes back up to the top of the deck, and he's probably gonna go ask, who's up there in charge of lookout, how far are we from the port?
It is going to be another week.
That's what they say?
Yeah. I'm sorry, a week and a half from where you currently are.
Week and a half. So Eddie's like, well, he's trying to think about when the next full moon's gonna be.
Oh, you're currently day 17. You got to go all the way back around. It's always going to be day 15.
So like
That's
30
not how the
days.
moon works on Earth, but on Archonia it is. Yeah. So it's going to be, what is that? 22, so 12, 15, like 20-something days.
27 days. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because Eddie tries to think about the dream he had while fighting the wolf, and he's thinking to himself, I got lucky there, but the next time this happens, it might be more difficult. Who knows? I think for the day, Eddie's going to try to pray. He hasn't prayed for a while. He's going to try to pray to his god, Nashada.
I'm pretty sure we pronounced that 3 different ways, but go on. Maybe she has multiple names amongst your people.
Yeah.
Pronunciations depending on region of
Yeah.
accent
Tribe.
and
Yeah.
tribe, yeah.
And just praying for that she'll keep me strong for the next full moon when it happens.
Okay. You think that Eddie is the type of person to feel comforted simply from the act of praying? Well, then that's what happens, because there's no response.
No, I figured, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's just doing this to keep his mind at peace, because those dreams were crazy, horrific. So, and he knows Sally and Renly are busy, so he's not really talking to them about it.
Sally, you are very busy running the ship, of course. People are reporting things to you. These people know the ship better than you.
I'd let them do their jobs.
Yeah.
I do want to check up on the repairs for the one
Cannon.
cannon that. or
That
Harlan.
took a day. That's
Okay.
over. Yeah,
Nice.
that cannon broke, but again, these people know what they're doing.
You also have a letter from me that is a formal complaint that there is no more beer.
I can't read it, so I'm like, oh, whatever.
How much beer can a halfling need?
There wasn't much to begin with.
You get a letter from me
Yeah,
To-
you didn't have enough time to
to
make
get
it.
a to get a meeting.
You know, I thought it'd be a really good idea to take this time to learn how to read, but now I see there's probably no point.
Yeah, so the space here is tiny. There's no need to pass the captain a letter. You see her all day, every day. But
Then yes, I would at some point stop you. Did you get my captain? Did you get my letter?
You do know that I have difficulty making out my letters,
I keep forgetting that. My apologies.
but what did you need?
There's no more beer. Like, you have tons of rum, but you know Egg, he likes his beer.
I see. So I go over to the quartermaster. I'm like, Quartermaster, can I have just a little dram of rum mixed in with maybe some of that that water that was, going a little bad? Or in the barrel.
You're gonna give this to Egg?
I'm like, here, beer.
Yeah, he gives it to you. Yeah.
When we're next in Port Renly, you're in charge of working with the quartermaster to make sure that you and Egg have sufficient victuals.
There's one thing that has stood the test of time, and it is beer.
It'll have to be rum. We're on board a ship.
Very well.
There's a theory out there in real life that the accidental invention of beer is responsible for the creation of civilization.
I believe it.
At the
You make beer,
'Cause you need-
and you're gonna want to cultivate the things
Yeah,
that
you need
to
to plant crops to have more beer.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a moment with you, like hands behind your back, like observing everything, I saunter, hands behind my back, looking as important, and just walk up right beside you. Question: did you get my letter? I'm trying to set up a meeting with you. As you are the most important one here, it's only fair that one important person meet with the other one by setting up a meeting.
I did get your letter. When did you want to set up this meeting?
At your earliest convenience.
Ah, I see. Well, it'll be convenient at midnight. I'll see you then.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Carry on.
Goodbye. And I walk away.
Walk away or stomp off.
So Captain Sally One Eye is the only person on the ship with her own cabin. There's basically here. Actually, let's show it, if you don't mind. Bring the camera a little closer to the lower deck.
Every
there.
time you have the wipe, I feel like I should go, whoa!
We should. Woo.
So the bulk of the lower deck here is crew quarters. That is where they sling their hammocks when they sleep, and then also sit to eat when they're off duty. Up there in front, that's a separate cabin called the Great Cabin. That is, Eric's up now. The Great Cabin is just used. Sometimes the officers,
walls.
Yeah. Sometimes the officers have meals in the Great Cabin. It's used for a lot of different things. But over here is the galley and the infirmary right next to each other. They're kind of in a separate room. But up here, or really in the back, is the captain's quarters. And that's the only person who has her own room to sleep in.
Quaint.
Yeah. She's got a desk, too. And a cabinet for keeping all the maps in.
Can I say, throughout this journey, I'm not really sleeping. There's a lot that my mind is wandering through, so I'm like late at night as everyone's like settling down. I am very restless, so I'm just getting up and wandering about, just thinking about the dream. I try to find like something where I can find my reflection and practice lying faces and just shift into different faces and then shift into Moira's face.
Whoa.
Just so I can remember her. To see if there's like
remind me what ability you're using for shifting?
lying face.
Lying face.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can change.
Is that a spell or an art?
It's an art.
Okay.
On turn action, effort while on. Face, voice, smell, everything.
Awesome.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So I'm just.
He's a better shapeshifter than you.
He can only do the face.
Yeah.
Is
Is it only the face?
face, voice, and smell?
Oh,
Interesting.
so you could fool Egg even.
Yeah, but he can become a fox. Okay, so anyway, as you were saying.
Just trying to get a sense of familiarity, and then throughout, while I practice meditation, as restless as I am, because it's so fucking boring, I try to re-experience that conversation and try to touch on points that I might have missed. Specifically, King, on the part where she said we've met before. That is just too confusing.
If you're focusing on that, you also another part of it that's probably also frustrating you is that it wasn't that she didn't have time or that she forgot to tell you or she didn't know how she met you. She told you flat out that she couldn't tell you where she met you. So you know most of the time. I think we know Eric well enough at this point that I can say this is probably your perspective. Most of the time when people say, I can't tell you, what they mean is, I won't tell you.
I take a deep inhale just to remember her smell, and then just drop it, and then just continue to wander the ship in thought.
Yeah. She smells bad, by the way.
Yeah.
For a ghost.
But at least I can link up that memory with that smell, so if ever
Really
that smell-
exists, and he doesn't smell as bad.
Yeah.
I do have something else I want to do on the ship, if I'm able to.
Yeah.
Is there someone on the ship that can help me fix my mask?
You mean Sister Nameless's mask?
I was wondering when that was going to come up.
My mask.
So while you were having your nice, pleasant dream, this guy hit a priestess in the face, knocked her out, and took her mask.
Only on self-defense.
Broken mask. It's a wolf.
Technically in defense of you.
Yeah. Actually, we took you to a temple and tried to get you.
This guy saying we, he didn't go in.
And
I didn't go in.
And I almost convinced her to help us. Almost.
Almost, until she tried to stab you.
Yeah, isn't there like somebody called Arms on this?
Master at Arms, yeah.
And the
Master
reason you went to this place was...
You were unwakeable.
That's not a reason for going to a place.
And let me tell you, Eddie slapped you a few times.
Again, this is not a reason for going to a place.
They believed, against my suggestions, that a temple of... Was it a temple of the Three Sisters?
Three Sisters, yeah.
Temple of the Three Sisters.
Would somehow help you in your situation.
You went to a temple of the Atayali?
Yeah, they called you an abomination.
Yeah.
And I was
But you met with the Three Sisters?
No.
Just their minions. I mean, priestesses.
Just one.
Just one. But
That's very cool.
Oh, that's true, because we tried to not meet the others.
Yeah, the others chased you.
We ran away from the others.
So, where's this Master at Arms?
The Master at Arms is named Slug Smith.
I'll go meet with him.
Hey there, Eddie Bones. What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm just trying to. You can fix this for me?
Well, no, this is a broken wolf skull.
Yeah. You think you can mend it? Maybe,
In what manner?
like maybe put it back together.
Eddie Bones, how? Look, he puts it together like a puzzle.
Yeah. Now, do you have like anything that can hold it in place?
What? These people come on board the ship. They think they know everything. They come up to me. They want me to fix a bone. It's a dead animal bone. What do you want it fixed for?
With horns.
You're here too.
No, I'm not. I'm just reminding you.
Let's just say I'm kind of sentimental to this stuff. My father was a big hunter, and we used to keep these heads at our estate. And I want to keep this. This is kind of interesting looking skull.
Well, who drilled these holes in it and put horns on it? I know these horns are not from the same animal.
It was just this lady friend of mine. She's kind of loopy.
The only thing I know how to... Well, the lady friend, you already said that part.
Yeah.
The only thing I know how to do to fix this is paste it.
Yeah.
If this is ship's paste, this is used for patching holes in the hull. If we want to do that, well, you'll have to ask the quartermaster, and he'll probably have to run it by the captain. You want to use vital ship repair supplies on your bone.
It's not that much. You'll probably only need like less than a handful to do it.
You're right. And you probably don't get that much rum in a day, right?
You know what? I'm not the biggest drinker, so
Well, I can help you with that.
yeah. How about I buy you a drink and you help me with this?
That sounds good. Ration of rum, ration of paste,
Yeah.
evens out.
Ship's ration of paste for his ration of rum.
And sorry, it was Slug, right?
That's right.
How did you get the name Slug?
None of your fucking business.
I mean, I just think it's
They
interesting.
call me Slug because I'm fat.
So to Eddie's face,
I was thinking fighting.
is he bigger than most of the people on the ship?
Yeah, he's fat.
Okay.
He's not tall. He's not big like Eddie. He's not tall. But yeah.
You do hear my laugh outside. I overheard that.
Well, you know, I've seen much bigger, so don't worry.
So have I. Most people aren't working men on the ship, unlike old Slug here.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think you can get back to me in
Yeah, he gets it done.
Holy shit, that was great.
By the way, speaking of where things are and where
Is
conversations
now
might have been
fixed.
happening, I haven't built it yet for the tabletop. There is a third deck, which is the hold. You can see a trap door in the lower deck there. Below the crew quarters, there's the ship's hold, and that's where supplies and stuff are kept. So, food, gunpowder, paste,
Gotcha.
all down there.
All right, now that I got the mass fix, I'm gonna. Eddie's gonna station himself wherever Eric is sleeping, and he's gonna wait there until nighttime and scare him.
Eric is not sleeping.
Eric's not sleeping. Already established.
Not sleeping at all?
He's fighting the urge to fall asleep. Like he is fighting to stay awake.
I'm going to ask you for an exert check for every day that you don't sleep.
And I'm like doing things to like actively like keep myself energized. Practicing with the sword out. Practicing with the faces. Things that like exert effort.
Sure. But after more than 24 hours, just not falling asleep
absolutely.
exerts effort. Yeah.
Okay. God, that was so low. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be anything. That's a 5.
So you make it one day.
Yeah.
My little friend, he's gone.
You find Eric. Okay, no, this is going to come down to a luck check. There might be 2 dice rolls here. Please roll me a straight d20. If you get 15 or higher, you were in a hammock when you fell asleep.
5.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Where's my cord? There it is. So the upper deck is going to be... the main deck here is going to be 1. The quarter deck is going to be 2. The crew quarters is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll find out where you were when you fell asleep.
Okay.
Go ahead and I guess roll a d8. If you roll an 8, roll again.
Got it. 5.
Which one did I say was 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're in the kitchen, in the galley.
Great. I'm slumped over.
You find Eric asleep in the galley.
Yeah.
All right. So,
And I'm probably like just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fully. This kid hasn't slept in a day and a half after previously being comatose for a week.
Yep.
All right, so Eddie comes in with the mask, and he's like looking, and he's like, but he's gonna use his healer eye to see just how exhausted / his HP is and all that stuff.
His HP is okay, but he's completely exhausted.
Yeah. And he's like, and then he takes off the mask, and he gently picks him up, and he's gonna put him in a bed.
All right.
What
Yeah,
a nice guy.
there's only 3 beds on board ship.
Well,
There's the captain's bed
sorry,
and 2 infirmary
Sorry,
beds.
sorry, hammock.
Okay, you can have a hammock.
Hammock.
Yeah, because you are right by the infirmary. You could
Yeah.
put him in one of those beds if you chose to.
You'll also notice that one of the things that I'm doing.
Hey, Throck! AKA Clicko!
How's it
Go!
going?
He's alive.
AKA Abraxio!
dang.
AKA Mora Smoothskin! AKA Kiergan! Okay,
One of the
Elena.
things that you'll
Hold it.
find on my person, like crumbled up with drool on the paper, I'm taking inventory of a lot of things in the ship, and that's one of the things that like I'm trying to do to stay awake is just do a meticulous like search of everything within the ship.
Sally appreciates your help.
I haven't talked to you about it. I missed our meeting.
You missed the meeting.
Sally didn't even make it.
Nobody, neither of you knows that the other person missed the meeting.
So, and after I lay him down, is his arm still glowing?
No, that stopped when his coma ended.
Okay. So right now there's no marks on his arms?
Well, he still has the tattoos, but
Yeah.
they are not currently glowing.
Okay, since he's sleeping, Eddie's gonna take a closer look at these markings, and he's gonna he's gonna examine them kind of like a doctor.
Okay.
So he's gonna be putting his hand over them, tracing the markings, and he's gonna try to memorize these markings and write them down.
Okay. I'm gonna call that a. Is that gonna be a
you do
straight
find
intelligence
that
check?
It's more embedded. Like you
If
still
he's
see
not resisting, do you think that's even a check?
you still see fragments of
Yeah.
like the stone like embedded in his skin. It's not like smooth as a tattoo. There's like ridges, some of it's like creases. It's almost like scars,
Okay.
which for a person with scars, maybe that draws your heartstrings.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
decide what kind of check it would be for memorization. I think you want just a straight intelligence check. You can add no if you have any.
Don't let this be the end of my service. I'm humble.
I mean, I could also argue it's heal because I'm doing
Or connect?
doctor stuff.
So I'm going to give you some information about the tattoos that you see, but for memorizing them, that's got nothing to do with healing.
Okay. So I
that
rolled
roll?
pretty well. So
that roll?
6, 7, 8. And what's intelligence plus 1? 9.
9. You memorize them well enough that I would say if you drew them, like people who know him would recognize them.
Good.
It wouldn't be like every little detail accurate because they're very complex. But you could get the idea across.
All right, so I marked that down. And you said I noticed that there's like stones and stuff inside?
Yeah, it's all like embedded.
Yeah.
Like deeply embedded.
That's what I was going to give
these-
you.
yeah.
Is that you, especially even right now on this ship, a lot of people have tattoos. These don't look like tattoos. Tattoos are something that a magical healer's eye could see. It's a type of wound, basically. It's a type of scar.
Okay.
This isn't like the others. And you can
Interesting.
continue describing in what way.
Yeah, like from afar, it can be perceived as like tattoos, just because of like the distance and how black the stones are. Until I'm doing my casting, where you can start to see a little more of the detail. But up close and even feeling it, you start to notice more and more of like those details that you would have seen on the stone that Renly and I picked up down below where the deep ones were, where it to the naked eye it seemed like it's going into this like pattern and even like goes up to like around his neck and into like his right pec. It looks like it's going to a pattern, but it's formless, very abstract. Yeah, go ahead.
Question. As he examining, does it look like these scars, these tattoos, do they look like they all go to a point? Like they all form to a center?
Are you stripping him? Do you see
No,
his whole body?
I mean, seeing it from the arm and maybe, you know, I'm not stripping him.
It doesn't seem like it's going to a direct point. It goes up to his arm, up his shoulder, and like to his pec, but it's also it's like it matches. It's symmetrical, like both arms, and ending at his.
Is there any tattoos like on your collarbone or anything?
It doesn't reach that far up to the collarbone. It's just below it.
Can I see it from with
the shirt like undone because it is hot, specifically out like on the sea with the sun beating. Like you would have seen me either like take off my shirt or just like unbutton the shirt to see like faint bits of that of the stones kind of like reaching to like a point in the center.
So once I see that, Eddie's like, you know, this could be a good opportunity. So Eddie's gonna put his hand on your chest, on top of the stones.
Without consent.
I was just gonna say.
Okay.
And
I gave the warning.
And he's gonna close his eyes, and he's gonna try to do a concentrated heal right in the middle, and see if it helps your scars at all, or if he feels anything.
Are you using a specific ability or just your regular healer's touch?
It's, you know what? That's a good idea. Could I use Healer's Knife to cut a piece of the stone off of the chest?
Interesting.
Whoa, while he's asleep?
I would say not exactly, but I would say you could use your claw in combination with Healer's Touch to cut him and heal the cut as you go at the same time. You could do that since there's
because
nobody
I'm trying to get a sample, basically.
I would say this. You have no reason to believe that it wouldn't hurt just as much as it would any other time a person gets cut. So, in all likelihood, you're just going to cut this guy, he's going to wake up. And the fact that you're healing it right afterwards isn't going to matter to him.
All right, I won't do that.
Please wake up.
But I will try to heal his scars, but I'm trying to do like a direct one right on his chest.
Okay.
And I'm just going to use my healer's ability, but I'm going to put effort into it.
Roll a magic check with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say don't bother rolling HP since he's not down HP anyway. Just roll the magic check.
So 6, 7, 10. 10 magic. And you said don't roll the heal?
Don't bother. He's not missing hit points. He can restore hit points. Cool. I will now ask you to roll me a... Can I see your sheet real quick?
Yep.
What's your worst ability? I'm going to have you roll me an evasion check, please.
Evasion?
Evasion.
Sick.
See, I prepared for this.
Would what he's doing to me, like, start to awaken me at any point?
So far, he hasn't done anything except set you in a bed and try to heal your chest.
Yeah.
So we're resolving the results of that right now, and we'll let you know what...
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Is something attacking me right now?
Can you read the...
Because my alert says... you cannot be surprised, nor can others use an execution attack option on you.
I believe that in that context, surprised is a game term referring to combat. No, you're not being attacked by another creature, so that doesn't apply.
Okay, just making sure.
It's more an effect that's happening.
All right. So you said roll a...
Evasion, which is D20.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, this is a saving throw.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank God we updated these last week.
Yeah, I noticed. You only have to beat 11. Meet
No.
or beat 11.
So I had to roll under 11. Oh,
No, over. Meet or beat. You roll over your saving throws.
Yep.
So the fact that you only have to beat 11 is good.
Still less than 50%.
Yeah,
Well, no, it's,
thinking of
it's exactly
Into the Odd.
50%.
yeah, into the odd is under.
Yeah.
The end of the odd is under.
8.
If you didn't have those other dice in there, you might have rolled better.
Yeah, you're like...
Reroll.
Okay, Eric, how many hit points do you have?
I have 9.
9.
Sorry.
How many do you have?
A lot more.
Wizards, man. So powerful. Wait a minute. Okay. Please roll me a D8.
4.
Cool. Wolfman tries to heal your tattoos while you're sleeping. There is an explosion of black-purple light under your hand as you try to heal where he is tattooed. It blasts back against you. You try to dodge out of the way. You do not make it. You take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Eric, you also take 4 points of damage as your own magical power is blasted forth from your body into Eddie's healing hands, and that wakes you up.
Does this make any noise? on
Oh
the ship?
yeah, this is an explosion. It sounds like someone fired a gun below decks.
Yeah, I'm running.
I immediately, instinctually, without even touching the dagger, pull out the sword, but instead of the tattoos lighting white, it seems to take on a darker hue, with the white purple flame now a black purple flame, as my face also changes to the face of Moira. No, not Moira. I'm so sorry. The face of... Gosh, why can't I remember the bastard that... Your other character.
Zaylen.
Zaylen, as I stretch out the sword to your neck. What do you think you're doing?
I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with you.
He's bleeding. He's clearly already been hit by something. The
Yeah.
crew has gone nuts. Some of them have run away. Some of them have run towards it.
I'm
There's
down there.
weapons drawn. People are shouting.
I'm making my way towards...
I run in and, yeah, can I figure out what's happening?
No, there's no way you could possibly understand what just happened.
Let's calm down. Let's calm down right now. What's going on? Who are you?
I drop...
Oh, that part? Yeah, you can tell. He's still got Eric's clothes in it.
Oh, okay, great. That's what
I thought you were asking about the explosion.
No, I was wondering if I could tell who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell it's Eric.
Okay.
Eddie says,
I drop the face, and then I let go of the sword. As it dissipates, the darker nature of the stone returning to normal. Don't ever touch the stones. Do you hear me?
I can't promise you that.
What did you do?
I'm trying to figure out how to cure this man.
That's the whole purpose of our journey. Trust me.
I know, but I'm feeling pretty confident lately.
Yeah.
Eddie, that is amazing, but this is my own fucking life that you're messing with.
That wound on your body doesn't seem to be agreeing with you.
Not only that, but the wound internally.
You know, I got scars too. So
Wow, that is incredible! You have scars? I couldn't see them.
I'm just saying, I know a thing or two about having some deep-rooted issues inside.
We can't be doing this right now, guys. We're stuck on a ship. Go ahead.
No head.
We're stuck on a ship together. Nobody touches anyone without first talking it out. How about that?
At this point, I come in. I'm like, is there any damage around besides just to the 2 people to the ship?
No, I would say the ship didn't take damage.
Like, what the hell is happening here? The crew is going crazy.
I try to sense for any life around the ship that is at 1 HP.
Fish?
I kill them to restore health.
Damn.
The fish around the ship?
It's Red Harvest.
Roll a d4. And however many you get is how many fish you get.
2.
You got 2 points back.
So how do we see this?
Do I notice the...
Yeah, you guys can see it because every time he does magic, his tattoos glow.
Yeah.
So this is you've seen this art before.
He used it at the ocean bottom.
It's like a red flare up my arm as it starts to. Well, 2 things could happen. Either I heal or I deal larger damage, and I've chosen to heal.
But you don't have to have line of sight for that?
Does not say.
Oh, then you don't. If it doesn't say you need it, then you don't need it. Yeah. You guys see all that red stuff come out and go right through the floorboards, and he looks a little better, not a lot better, but you don't know what he did.
Eddie,
if you're real smart, you might know he killed something.
I saw his HP go up, though.
Yeah. You
So
get that.
Eddie says,
And if you still had your healer's eye on,
yeah,
you also saw the fish die.
yeah. So Eddie says, you know, if you have
Sit back down in the car.
if you have me around, you don't need to kill to get better.
Wait.
Wait, we haven't determined what the hell just happened here.
Oh, I
It
saw
looks
the
like
whole thing, Captain. This slug. Eddie Bones here was trying to have his way with the boy and touched him, and the boy blew up.
Shit! Eddie, what the hell are you thinking?
Yes, Eddie. What the hell do you think you're doing?
We don't do that kind of thing on the piss pot. I mean the
Eddie
Venture.
the
says,
venture.
There's actually no article. I've been reading it. There's nothing there.
Well, but it does say that if you have beef, you have to sort it out on land, and trust me, that kind of thing leads to beef.
Sorry.
I was only trying to figure out how to heal.
How would Grace feel?
So many beef jokes I want to make.
Eddie, at this point, Eddie turns around and he's like, whatever.
Oh, just whatever? You're not actually going to stay here and argue? You're just going to leave?
The articles state that we have to resolve this on shore.
If you want to talk about this more, you can talk to it on shore.
Well, of course, the young man never signed the articles. We can kill him whenever.
No, but
No, he's touching the boy.
you're right. If he wants to kill me right now, he can.
I'm not going to do that.
Really?
I'm not going to do that.
Because you seem to kill other things pretty quickly.
Everything that I've been killing is for the benefit of this group. Has it not?
Venora's gonna come up. Hey, guys, listen. The crew here isn't super pumped about having a werewolf and a necromancer on the ship to begin with. If you guys are gonna loudly argue about why you've killed all the things you've killed, it's not really helping the situation.
Okay. Hey, can we use
I could argue
your
as
cabin?
badass and very pirate, but
No. But, Eddie, you are not allowed to be near Eric at any time, and no unconsenting touching. I didn't think you needed to be told this, but clearly you do. And if Eric does not want you to touch him, you do not touch him. You didn't even ask.
I apologize.
Thank you.
At this point, Eddie takes his leave. He's gonna go up. And he's gonna write down in his journal about these markings.
About the markings, about the rocks.
Yeah, about the rocks and the markings.
Slug's gonna come over to you. I guess now we know why they call him Eddie Bones, huh?
If we have time, I want to go talk to him.
Yeah, we've done.
All right.
Sorry, I missed our meeting, by the way. I fell asleep. I was so tired.
Yeah, I was waiting for you, but I figured something came up, and I guess this is a pretty good reason for it. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
While you're writing down your notes, I'm gonna come into your wherever you are.
I'm probably on top of the ship. I don't know what the deck is.
All right. Yeah, I'll approach you.
Mm-hmm.
I know you want to help, and I appreciate that. And sorry, is this a bad time? You seem actually really focused on your work there.
No, Eddie closes his journal. He says, "No, go ahead."
We all want to help. And first, I wanted to say that what you did to the other ship and how you helped hide him was phenomenal, and I'm grateful for that. But if you ever touch him again, we're gonna have a problem. There's this little, by the way, just a little halfling guy threatening you, holding his pipe.
So, Eddie, by the way, is Egg with you?
Egg is with me, yeah.
Always. Eddie looks at Egg and you, and he says, "Don't worry, it never came into my mind of ever hurting anyone. I was just trying to, when I came out of the dream, I feel like every time I survive that full moon, I get another lease on life. And seeing him in pain, I just really wanted to see if I could do anything.
Your heart's in the right place.
And seeing how other people want him to be killed, like those sisters I met. It reminds me when I turned into a monster, and those people wanted me dead too. So I see a lot of myself in that kid. Let's just say Grace was right. I'm not really father material. I'm working on it.
I do laugh, and I'm gonna kind of nod and walk away.
Renly, you had that ability, that magic sight that you used on Eric a couple episodes ago.
Yes.
Do you think you would have turned that on when you ran in and saw the kerfluffle down there?
I didn't think of it as a player, but I feel like he would. Let me. Odds, yes. Evens, no. Odd. So yeah.
Okay, and that lasts 10 minutes, or until you stop the effort?
It's quite a while. So it would definitely. It's like an hour per level, I believe.
Okay.
I'd have to look it up again. But it's quite a while.
That's good enough. We'll just say that it's still on during your conversation with Eddie.
15 minutes per level, so an hour.
An hour. So when you walk away from Eddie, where do you think that conversation was? Where on the ship?
I say like right here.
Okay. So Renly, I'll say you walk all the way to the back to the quarterdeck under the tent there. And
do I have permission to go in there?
Yeah, I would assume.
All right.
He's not you're not an officer.
No, I'm not.
So you don't. But also, no one's going to stop you. When you as you are on your way there, you start to notice a flickering, like, little ping out of the corner of your eye every now and then.
Okay. Egg's ears are perked and looking around. I'm looking around.
It's white.
Is it like? Can I track it, or am I just getting glimpses of it?
You're just getting glimpses of it. You're starting to realize it's been there for a while, but it's so faint and hard to notice that you didn't consciously recognize it until you were by yourself walking across the ship.
Okay. Can I learn anything from it in my current state? Because I'm about to do some counter magic if I can't figure it out.
Because it is white, you intuit that it is divination.
Interesting. But that doesn't mean it's good or bad. Could be bad. Somebody's looking.
Yeah.
I am going to. God damn it. You know what? You know what? Yeah, I don't like anyone looking. I am going to try to counter magic it.
Okay. Read me how that works.
It's the first time using it, actually. So.
That's interesting.
Excuse me.
Counter
1 second.
song.
It's not a spell, it's an art, right?
Yeah.
I remember it vaguely. I haven't read it in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I read it. Okay. Commit effort for the day as an instant action when it's a visible enemy mage casts a spell.
Okay. Then that won't function here. Because you can't see the mage.
Yeah. All right, then I will actually go a different route, and I am going to use excellent transpicious transformation and just go invisible. Me and Egg.
Okay. Where will you go when you're invisible?
I'm going to move backwards and try to see if I can catch. Actually, no. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll just go downstairs into the hall.
Okay. Before you get to the hatch, you hear a voice.
Uh-oh.
I think it would be better if we spoke alone.
This is like internal.
You are aware no one else can hear it.
I'm going to think. No, actually, I'll say it out loud. But like quietly. There's not a lot of private places on this ship.
The quarterdeck is empty.
Okay, well, invisible. I will go up to the quarterdeck. This is actually wrong. I meant to do this.
When you get under there, the voice returns slightly louder. He says, "You said to the werewolf, we all want to help." And an old man with a long white beard and a robe and a wizard's staff appears sitting on the railing across from you under the tent. And he looks up at Egg.
Down at Egg.
Well, he's looking kind of down at
Okay, okay.
Yeah. He looks to Egg.
To Egg.
And he says, "That would certainly be a change of attitude for you." And that's where we're going to go to break.
Wait, what? What? Wait, who?
We'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
Jiminy Cricket, what's happening here?
Gingeritis.
We're back again.
Oh, rewind.
This is our second time coming back from break. Apparently OBS decided we didn't need to come back the first time.
Yep.
Deja vu.
Yeah. So, let me get some music on. Yeah, you know, maybe I'll try a different song than the one I was playing.
Bass drop.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
When we left, Renly and Egg were in a tent, hearing from some sort of man.
And and so I look him over and I recognize the clothing. Archaeological digs, old wizard type. I've heard of you. Didn't think you still existed though.
Well, likewise.
I'm glad we have that in common. Why are you spying on me?
That seems rather obvious.
I'm on a ship to go get some treasure. Doesn't seem very obvious to me.
Well, I don't know how much you've forgotten, or how much you are pretending to not understand me. I am obviously not spying on you because of what you are doing now.
Okay.
There are those who believe you to be the most dangerous being who ever lived.
To be fair, I had good intentions.
Ah! Oh boy. You wouldn't believe how many people have said that.
Listen, I am fighting for the freedom of everyone's choice. And I have been punished for my mistakes. I have been severely punished for my mistakes.
Oh, I'm aware.
And I'm trying to move forward. So why are you here unless you can help? This is not helping.
I haven't done anything yet. Listen, it is amusing to me, in a sad and terrifying way, that to this day you believe your motivation was to grant free will, and yet your entire operation revolved around taking it away.
Yes, from those who would take it from others.
What of those you called your followers? Most of whom lived and died without ever having met you, and yet were under your sway. What of them?
Some sacrifices had to be made.
Oh, that's another common one I hear. Listen, you are right when you say that you have been punished for what you did. It's a punishment few have borne. And I understand what it is to regret past actions. But surely you understand that a person who is capable of what you were capable of
No longer exists. I don't know if you've noticed, I don't have all of me.
I understand. But you must understand that the world is a place where I keep all of my stuff. And I have a vested interest in its well-being. So fair or not, righteous or not, for the time being, you have the eyes of a few.
Yay. Me.
It was, you will probably want to know, the boy who tipped us off to your existence.
I
I
feared
believe
something
you
like that.
met Zaylin.
Say that again?
I believe you met Zaylin recently, the immortal champion.
I did.
Old friend of mine.
Good friend?
Very good. The best, well, up there.
Doesn't have one of those. I wouldn't cast him as a good guy if I were to cast him as a good guy. Or be casting good guys. Anyway.
Nonetheless, he told us you still exist, and we have not made it widely known. But those of us who watch are watching you for now. I am here letting you know as a courtesy, because I have been watching. And from what I have seen, it is as you say. But compared to all that came before, I have not seen much. Now you know.
Are you here to only watch, or do you plan on aiding us in any way?
I am in an interesting place.
Metaphysically, or
Well, both. I've never been on a ship quite like this, but I did mean metaphysically. I am not... I don't want to say able. It is not wise for me to intervene in affairs where the stakes are not of cosmic import.
so you're not... I'm not sure how to interpret that.
What... Perhaps I should ask you, what do you mean when you ask me for help?
I move closer. Where is Asarius
I see.
physically?
What you must understand is, during the period that you no doubt cannot remember, the universe ceased to exist. And when it came back, it was different in many ways. Anyone or anything that was in a pocket dimension or parallel realm of any sort might still be out there and might not. It is infinite, and needless to say, I have not mapped it all yet. If I could tell you where to find what you seek, I will not lie. I'm not sure I would. But I don't know.
Now I want to counterspell him.
I want you to know one thing about me.
Yeah.
And I invite you to take any means at your disposal to make sure I am telling you the truth. I have no desire and no need to ever lie to you. If I knew and wasn't telling you, I would tell you that I knew and wasn't telling you.
Thank you.
Perhaps, in a former life, you would have been my equal, maybe even my superior. At this time, I think we both know that's not the case.
I look down.
If your redemption is an honest one, then I wish you luck. For redemption is a thing I believe in. If you are deceiving us, or if you go back to your old habits, there are those who stand ready to stop you. And this time we will not be caught off guard. And he banks out.
I am left stunned. It's sort of like that. I don't even know how to describe it, but like my like you can't see me because I'm invisible, but my hands are like shaking. He could see me, and I like clench my fist and try to breathe in and control my emotions.
Okay.
It's like the FBI just came knocking on my door and said, "We're watching you." So I'm trying to like.
Eddie passes by in the room, not noticing you, and he's just like,
Oh, all right. I'm going to sit down for a while and center myself, and I'm going to find a spot and meditate, and I'm going to maintain invisibility for the 4 hours that I have.
There you go.
I'm just saying, let's go to your cabin so we can discuss this.
Oh, that's what you wanted my cabin for.
Jesus. No, by the gods, yes.
Well, come on in, Eric Azier.
Thank you. You probably actually don't know this about me. My mom actually, the Azier name, they were a trading vessel. Yeah, they were actually hired by Lowlight to do a lot of the trade, which is why Lowlight is now getting more acclaim. Anyway.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's I never met her. That's not the reason I'm here. I want to be your right-hand man. Oh, now don't laugh. Now you, with coming from low states.
Let me
of
hold
life,
you right there, Eric Azier. Please tell me what you know of sailing.
Enough about the trade that needs to occur for us to be a legitimate business.
A legitimate business.
This is not going to cut it. You want something more official? I can create that for you. Not only that, but I pull out the paper that I've been working on. As a right-hand man, you need somebody to keep your accounting in business. You are low on a lot of things. Beer, for instance.
We had to leave port rather quickly, and most of the crew drink rum. It is only Renly and Egg who actually drink beer.
However, should anybody stop us, like the Navy, who are asking questions, this, in terms of handing out like official legislature to pass off as official, or a legitimate company that nobody needs to have eyes on, this is not going to fly. The things that we have down at the hold, that's not going to fly. It's shit. I can help with that.
Eric, what part of pirate versus merchants do you not quite comprehend?
Sorry, I'm not suggesting that we become a trading company. That was silly of me to propose. However, what I am proposing is discretion.
Oh, we've been trying to be discreet.
Not so much from the stories I've heard about destroying a whole rudder from an actual naval ship. That's not
There
discreet.
was no other way for our faces, which are quite well known to the Navy, to have escaped that situation. Their ship could outspeed us, outguns us, outmans us.
Yes.
We would have been dead in the water, and not only that, they would have been up in our business and most likely have taken us all into custody. And given the fact that we are all trying to be... and I don't know your whole story, Eric, but I gather you are trying to be incognito from certain elements of low light, although I do not know your family history. I believe being in the Navy's attention and in their company would not be a good thing for the reason why you are seeking what you're seeking.
You know I can be incognito. And I put on the face of you.
Oh, that's quite good. Actually, do I look like that?
You do.
Wow, I'm really good looking.
You
know, Eric,
you look really well. I will admit.
He didn't have the eye patch. Eye patch is clothing. You had both eyes.
I put off the disguise. Also, if I should be a little more blunt, I have a way around actual dealings that will need to be emphasized.
you know, this crew is quite democratic, and there are already officer positions that are already in place. But
If it's democratic, it should be up to the whole entire team to make decisions. Rather, you're the one that's.
I am the captain, though, so
Yes.
final decisions do lie with me. But Eric, I do like your plan. I have noticed that you do have a certain speaking ability and charm when we were speaking to other elements of society. We could make you... Well, the quartermaster position's out, but maybe diplomat, ambassador,
I like the sound of that.
trade delegation in charge of talking to hooty-hoos.
I actually like the sound of that.
And really, do you want to be a right-hand man, the person who has to be in charge of discipline and flogging and cleaning and administrating and doing all the little nitty-gritty stuff?
All things that I've done at Low Light before. Yes.
Of ship work?
Cleaning.
How about we give you then a week if you really want to be a right-hand man? You spend 2 weeks until we get to Zoltawar of doing everything that a regular crewman does. If you do all of those tasks quite successfully, then we shall consider a new position for you.
Great. I think my first task needs to be rewriting this, though. You want people to take you seriously? This chicken shit is not cutting it.
Most of the crew cannot read. So you may rewrite it, but I'm sure Renly or Eddie will read it out to the rest of the crew, and if they agree to... You may rewrite it as much as you like, as long as not one whit of a word is changed.
Very well.
And then it's still night. Tomorrow I shall speak to the bosun, Venora, and she shall set you to work.
Great. Is there overnight work? Just wondering.
Unless you want to be part of the watch, but I believe it's the Master of Arms' watch at the moment. So if you wish to avail yourself, you may speak to her, or I forget who my master, or him. You may speak to Slug about the watch rotation.
Very well. I will know every inch of this ship.
Okay.
All right.
What you got, Eddie?
Well, I want to wait till the next day
Okay.
before I do this next thing. How many more days we have until we reach the port again? A week? 2 weeks?
At this point, yeah, a little more than a week.
A little more than a week. Okay.
Like 8 days.
I'm gonna just look. I'm just gonna in the next day or two. I'm gonna be like looking at or meeting with each crewmate
Okay.
and just using my eye on them and seeing if any of them are really sick or have past injuries, and just taking notes down of who is like the weakest of the crew.
Has he ever looked at me?
Eddie, I'm making you ship's doctor, by the way.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, that's something I was going to bring up during that conversation, but I didn't want to interrupt. The captain is elected. The other officers are appointed by the captain. So that's how that works. Eddie, please roll me a heal check.
Awesome. Okay. So 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
Yep.
Now roll me a luck check.
That's just D20.
Yeah, just flat D20.
Don't explode.
Higher the better.
Nice. 12.
All right. 12 is good.
Well,
Not
my
great.
luck is 12.
Yeah, 12 is good, not
Yeah.
great. You discover one of the crewmen has the flu, and you are actually able to find it before he shows symptoms
Nice.
and before he
Nice.
spreads it.
Nice.
Extra dram of grog for you.
Yeah, I make sure to quarantine him, and
Not super possible, but you can heal him.
well, yeah, I heal him.
Yeah.
But I do put him in a spot by
Yeah.
himself, and I tell Sally about this.
Yeah.
And it's
I can just stasis him and put him on the side of the ship.
no, not necessary, because I can heal him.
I can leech him.
No, that's not necessary. And after I do that, does anyone else in the ship look like they've had like past injuries or anything like that?
There's nothing else that's dangerous, and nobody's down HP or anything. You probably find like old aches that you're able to make stop hurting for a day. But I don't really think that your healing powers extend to like getting rid of other people's scars or things like that. So, like I said, you probably find old aches that you're able to temporarily make them stop healing, but they're going to come back.
Okay.
Or, make them stop hurting.
After I'm done with this, I give the report to Sally. I say, seems like everyone in the crew is in top shape now.
Yeah, Eddie, thank you for taking a look at the crew. I appreciate your help in making sure they're hale and hearty and healthy. This does go a little bit in mitigating how I feel about you and
Again,
Eric,
that was a misunderstanding.
just so that we're all on board now, but I do appreciate you keeping the crew in good shape. So extra ration for you tonight, if that helps.
Cool.
And I do want to speak to Venora, and I'm like, Venora, you know the kid.
Yeah, the kid.
Please make his life hell this week.
Good.
Oh, way ahead of you, Kep.
Oh, good. He wants to know everything about ship operations, so I think it would be a good eye-opening thing for him to learn everything about ship operations.
That's a great idea. Next time you call a stop for any reason, I believe I'll have him pull the anchor up.
You do that, and I think some of the decks below need swabbing.
They do.
We could check if any of the rats need catching.
I was just going to suggest we do have a bit of a rat problem, and the cat has died.
And it smells a bit... It smells he actually might be really good at catching rats. He was really good at catching fish the other night. But we don't have latrines, but the buckets are smelling a little terrible.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you. He's been using buckets instead of going off the side.
Yes, that's gonna have to change.
Yeah. He's the only one using them, though, so maybe we just let him keep cleaning buckets.
That, yes, and food preparation might be in his ballywhack as well.
Captain, I don't think we want him cleaning the buckets and preparing the food.
In order of business later, I trust you to schedule it quite well. The ship's rigging might need climbing and fixing as well.
You want him to die?
I don't think he'll die. He's a little too, what's the word? Squirrely for that.
Squirrely, yeah.
If not, they might need some sewing and fixing. And the carpenter might need an extra hand.
I believe we have to find an appropriate nickname for this fellow.
Piss Pot Peg is dead. And he will be cleaning the pots out. His own pot out.
Hey, shit can! Get up here!
I think Eric should be doing a series of exerts or work or sale checks in the next few days.
There's no need for checks. Regardless, you're getting more and more tired.
I'm familiar with extensive work when I put my mind to anything. Coming from an education background, physical labor, yeah, it's taxing, but there's a sort of determination where it's a challenge that I'm willing to take up.
I'm so glad you're going to go through your hazing week so well. I'm so glad.
So there's a montage.
Susie.
There's a montage of you kind of failing at everything, and then another one where you kind of do better at it.
Yeah.
And then this way you gain the respect of the crew.
If that's what it takes. Between all of that and the exhaustion, as I'm pouring out shit off the
Your own shit.
my own shit
Yeah.
off the side of the ship and just sweating profusely and just completely exhausted. I take a moment to pause, putting down the buckets. I try to catch him either walking around healing people, and just like wipe my hands on my shirt and pants.
Your shitty hands?
Yeah.
Wow, how the noble has fallen.
And I point to you. You. Are you really gonna continue to just fucking walk around and ignore me? Is that really what you're gonna do?
Eddie kind of looks over to you and he says, "Of course I'm not going to ignore you."
Yeah, you've been doing that for the last 3 days and it's really taking me off.
I've just been trying to be, helping out with the ship, that's all.
Good. Fix everything else but the broken relationship that you've caused. What the fuck were you doing?
With you?
Yes, with me. Who else? No, with Renly. Yes, with me. Or are you just gonna walk away and then ignore me for 3 days? Is that what you're gonna do?
I've been trying to figure out what's wrong with you, son.
No. Don't ever fucking call me that.
Sorry, that's just... I take after what my father used to say to me when I was a lad. And something was wrong with me.
I'm glad you had a father that was good and upright and was taking care of you.
Look, I don't know Again, maybe you should enlighten me more on, this whole story with your scars.
Why?
Because there's a good chance I might be able to help you. Have you ever heard of the god Nashida?
My people might know them by a different name. I'm not entirely sure. Who are they?
She's the god of healing and blessing, good tidings, and of curing. And I feel like my bonding with her has only gotten better since I started this journey.
Sorry, can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Can I just borrow the dagger real quick? I just need to borrow. All right, carry on. Sorry, I'll bring it back.
Was that regular guy or was that Renly?
That's Renly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this healing thing I've been doing.
Sure.
It's not really something that I try to learn. It's something that just kind of happened. And you coming into my life and me coming into your life, that kind of just happened too. Us seeing those vampires, us fighting that champion that seemed to be interested in you. I feel like some greater thing happening here. And I might be crazy.
Or a series of coincidences.
Sure, pretty big coincidences. But I feel like we might all be here for a reason.
I'm sorry. You remind me of a friend that I know. Back at Low Light, just very optimistic about how everything goes, and we're all meant for shit and whatever. I'm sorry, I can't actually believe that because if things are meant to happen for a reason, then the way that my life is currently going, fuck the gods for that, honestly. Who would ever put a child in a situation in which other people are studying them and fucking around with their mind and their bodies in order to do shit, be shit? I'm sorry. If that was meant to happen for a reason, fuck that.
Well, I'm with you on that.
All I'm saying, I don't even know what I'm saying. I didn't appreciate you wanting to just walk away without settling this feud between us. That's not okay. I've had many people do that in my life, or many people where arguments happened and occurred, and that was the last thing that happened, and I had to run. And I couldn't finish a conversation, an argument to make it better. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that again. And apparently you two, Sally and you, aren't going anywhere, so we have to put up with each other. Even going through the fucking arguments.
Hey, I'm with you there, kid.
If you were, you wouldn't have wanted to leave.
Honestly, I'll let you in on a little secret. The reason why I left right away was because when you put that dagger to my neck, it took all of my being not to transform right there and mauled you. So I needed to exit that room and compose myself.
I could be better at controlling my own rage. Much like you, I don't actually know where my powers came from. Well, I have an idea.
I have an idea too, of mine, not yours.
I just don't. It just happened, is the thing. I guess, I don't know, we've been traveling a little bit together, so I'll let you in on a little secret. My name's not Eric. That was my friend's name, actually. Last I saw Eric, we had a huge feud before this happened. And I had to run away after that. Because, as it so happened, this caused the death of my father.
Eddie kind of pulls forward. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so am I. So am I. I don't need the pity. I'm just telling you, if you're sticking around, then fucking stick around. Otherwise, get lost.
Getting lots of threats lately.
Well, I'm sticking around. But your friend, actually, more importantly, what is your real name?
Well, I guess now it's Lord Annenbeck.
Annenbeck?
Annen is my first name.
Annenbeck.
Beck is my last name.
A-N-E-N.
A-N-E-N.
A-N-E-N. Okay.
B-E-K.
Beck.
Beck.
Erasing the C.
That's a unique name.
It's very. The name Annen is very common in No Light, so it's sure whatever unique elsewhere.
And your friend Eric, is he still walking around?
I don't know.
So you lost contact with him.
I had to. I can't return anywhere near. Yeah, I can't return to Low Light.
Until we fix this problem.
No, I can't return at all. The people that are currently there have a bounty on my head. I return, I die.
What about your family? The rest of your family? Your mother?
I don't know where she's at.
Siblings?
I don't have any.
Oh, your mother's missing?
I never met her.
Well,
I am the only Beck alive.
Well, we need to keep it that way.
Well, that's the plan for me anyway. Listen, I want to trust. I really do. I don't know if I can with the people that I meet. You see me acting like an asshole, that's more than just me being a lord. It's because if I actually buckle down and trust, I could get backstabbed. People could turn me in. I don't know the influence that these wizards have, and I do let slip that Renly's old organization, like I don't know what they have outside of Lowlight. All I know is that my father hired them, and fucking I don't know.
Was the
One
name?
thing you would know is I was the last one hired. Wasn't hired with them. I was like added on.
Do you tell them the name of this organization?
They go through different names. The only thing that I have ever called them is the Wizards Cabal. But
Wizards
I don't
Cabal.
know what their official title is. I know them as court wizards that my father let in to, I don't know, do all sorts of work. They brought in coin. My father was a big spender, so they brought in revenue.
Well, if you mind me asking, are you telling me that they experimented on you?
If the memories I have as a kid are correct, then yes.
And do you remember who told them to experiment on you? Like who put this order?
Eddie, I was a kid.
Oh, but
I don't know.
so
All
you
I
don't
know is one day I stumbled onto this rock, I touched it, I blacked out, and I woke up with my father dead. There's blood on my hands, and Renly telling me to leave.
All right. Eddie kind of extends his hand and he says, well, how about we work together and try to get to the bottom of this?
I don't know if I'm ready to shake your hand after... Fuck it. I don't know. I don't know why I keep doing it. It's instinctual. Fine.
Fuck it.
Now kiss. Now kiss.
And Eddie kind of smiles and he says,
This is me trusting you. I want you to know.
Yeah, and you guys can trust me too.
is that just a random crewmate?
He's up in the rigging right above you. You hadn't seen him.
It's like, Eddie looks up and he's like, hey, make sure not to throw out your back again.
I'll do my best, thanks.
I do cast Nary speech on him.
Hey, it'll do.
You heard nothing.
Who said that? I'm just kidding. I know what you mean.
As I was saying, this is me trusting you.
Yeah.
You break that trust.
I don't know how I'm going to break it. I think I'm more worried that you might break my trust.
How so?
Well,
Trust fire.
there is a bounty on me too.
Very much alike, I suppose.
And I too am dealing with some sort of power within me that I don't understand. But I feel like we can work together.
And I feel like I could heal you, which is the crazy thing.
Oh yeah?
Oh. Who knows? I don't know much about the powers that I can wield. As a necromancer, I don't know. I wanted to keep Cesarine alive so I can study her or learn more about her powers and the extent of what we can do as necromancers, if that is what is going on with me. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns, but I feel like I can do something.
Well,
You guys are interrupted. Again by that same crewman, but this time not just right above you in the rigging. He's up in the crow's nest. And he yells, "Monster! Monster in the sea!" He's pointing behind you guys.
We turn around.
Yeah.
turn around.
There is indeed a disturbance in the water following the ship. You guys are running along pretty good clip here, and about 100 yards back behind you, the water's being broken by something huge underneath of it, chasing the vessel. People start.
All hands on deck!
The bosun starts banging. To quarters! To quarters! I don't know whose watch it was. I just said it was the bosun's.
Are we in a new day since
Yeah, this is
I met
day.
Rod? Or same day?
I don't remember if anyone said.
No,
it was the next-
I
think
said
it's
it.
the same day.
I said I wanted to wait another day before I started
Yeah,
healing
so it's
people.
the new day.
All right, cool.
So like day 20 or something?
Yeah.
All right. Because I need those.
Captain,
So Sally turns her
day 20,
eye patch
right.
to the other eye and takes a squint behind. She goes, "Yeah, that does not look good. It's catching up. It'll be on us any second."
Man your stations.
Yeah. So Venora's going to come up with you, Captain, up onto the quarterdeck there to look aft. You can get out the back of the tent and look aft. And she brings with her a glass in there. It looks like it's keeping pace with us, Captain. If we can do a little better, maybe we can pull away.
Let's do it. Let's lighten the ship as much as possible. Any waste cargo, toss it overboard. Maybe our Renly, Eric. Can any of you bring up a big gale or wind for our sails?
that would be more Renly.
Good question.
If you want me to try to slow it down by taking over its sense and controlling it, I can attempt to do that. But
I can do controlled bursts. I can give us like a little NOS boosts, basically.
That would be wonderful. And Eric, I love your suggestion. If you could maybe figure out what this creature is that is following us.
it will have to get closer for me to do that.
Then
A
hold that thought.
large, purplish tentacle breaks the water and slaps back down.
Oh, wonderful. Giant squid.
I go to reach for the dagger, remembering I gave it to you. I don't need it. You can keep it.
Nope. I'm done.
Okay. And like the sword, white, purple this time, as I prepare myself for the creature coming along.
We haven't done this in a while. Please make a magic check and a prey check opposed.
Interesting.
Steve, are there any is there like a prow or a ballista attached to my ship anywhere?
So the only cannons on board are the big ones, and they can't easily be moved up onto the quarterdeck. A lot of ships would have a cannon facing aft to fire at pursuing vessels or creatures. Yours doesn't. It's amazing these guys managed to pirate.
An oversight that will not be overlooked the next time.
Yeah, it's going to take carpenter work to get that fixed.
Prey 10. No. What is it? Prey
Prey and magic.
magic. Okay, still the same. Magic 12.
Okay.
For the first time, I did well on those rolls.
Nice.
Well is relative.
And then I'm like,
you're opposing
Eddie,
yourself.
you know, you're really good at the shifting thing. Any sort of feel for this creature here?
Well, I attempt to go off the bow, and is there? Can I see the creature?
The bow's in front of the ship. Yeah.
I'm sorry, the back of the ship.
Yeah, you can see it. It's you can't see it clearly because it's underwater, but you can see the disturbance it's causing. And you can have seen that tentacle slap out if you want.
Mm-hmm. It's like I'm gonna need to get a closer look. Eddie's gonna hook himself up with a rope, and he's gonna jump in, and he's gonna turn into the Clico form.
Okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
All right. I have 2 questions. First is for you. What did you do with that dagger when you had it?
I flame without end, which I was going to ask you how it interacts with his thing,
Well,
because I'm about to turn it on.
I don't think it does.
Okay, do they stack though?
I would say you cast it on the dagger, not on the magical blade that he summons.
Mm-hmm.
So if you turn it on and he happens to be using the dagger as a focus, then there's going to be fire in here, but it's going to still be surrounded by his magical blade, which might be dope as hell, but the fire is not actually going to hurt anyone unless he hits them with that part of it.
Which, I mean, possibly, since I'm...
You could,
if I'm
yeah.
talking-
All right. Yeah. So when you ignite your sword, I'm going to snap my fingers too, and there's an additional bright glow from the blade itself as the fire ignites on it.
And it gives like an additional...
Don't dunk it underwater, or the fire will go out.
Okay. Is this...
It,
There's a monster coming.
So
We'll talk about it later. It adds +2 to damage.
for you, the magic check beat the prey check. So after this conversation that you've had with Eddie, where you basically told him everything, you are at odds with yourself on the issue of how much you trust him, how much you forgive him. And I think because the magic check beat the prey check, there's still going to be some issues.
Okay.
Now,
How
Captain?
how far away is this creature? Is it within like our hurlant range?
Yes.
So, I call for my I'm like, Slug, pull up the men with all the hurlants.
Slug is...
Master of Arms, right?
Yeah. Oh, you mean the handheld ones. I thought you meant the great hurlants, which would be the cannons. Yeah. Slug's already got the guys on deck.
I'm like, all right, fire when ready.
Slug repeats your command. Fire when ready. You have, because of the shape of your vessel there, it's pointed at both ends. People are able to... There's no back railings. They can't get up on the quarterdeck and all shoot, but they will line, and because of the point, there can be a bunch of them. Just the ones on the side are further away. 6 guys start firing, but Slug will report to you, Captain, it may be futile. The tests have shown that the balls don't penetrate underwater.
I can try to force it to come up.
During this, what do I see?
Yeah, you're underwater. You're in the deep one form.
Are you
Will that
attached
hurt
to the
you
ship still?
mentally
Yeah.
if you were to be shot at while...
Not me.
Because that's
Yeah, he's
okay.
had-
Well, I would feel it, but I
oh.
wouldn't take any
guys-
damage.
You
You
don't.
have-
Without the Aquarius Harmony, you can't You can't breathe
that's
underwater
fine.
though.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Roll me a survive check. Oh wait, is nature a skill?
I think it's survive.
I think it's survive.
Yeah, nature's not a skill.
Nature is not a skill.
Yeah, roll survive.
Sorry.
I'll still the same. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Kraken.
All right. Have I? So how? Can you describe it for me?
Bigger than the ship.
It's
Got a lot of tentacles. Giant squid wasn't far off, but it's scalier than a squid. It's more octopus than squid, and it's got big old jaws in the middle.
All right, this is going to be some information. I use Healer's Eye on it.
Starving.
Starving. What's his current HP? I'm sorry.
Let me check. That just Healer's Eye tells you its current HP.
Yep. So Healer's Eye.
You don't have a. I guess-
230.
Yeah, you perceive the physiology and learn their hit point total.
230.
Holy shit.
Okay, so we are going...
230.
I was checking the quick see combat, so I think our best interest is to try to flee.
Do you want me to bond with this kraken? Or, I don't know, it's a kraken. This creature.
Are you in
Eddie
range?
can come back. Are you going to come back and tell them?
Yeah, I'm gonna come back and
Do you tell us it's starving?
yeah, I come back. I come to you. I assume we're all here. I say, got a good look at it. This creature is starving. It's a kraken. And
You're shitting
Well,
us.
we should not stay around.
Yeah, half the crew goes, "Oh fuck, a kraken!"
so I don't suggest we fight this thing. I think we should try to escape.
You
So
say
noted.
it's starving?
Yes. It's probably looking for food. I.e. us.
Eric, would your powers be able to possess a creature in such a mental and physical state?
I can take control of its sense and make it feel like it's sated.
Are you in range?
Let me track the specifics of this spell.
I'm holding off on boosting us until we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
But I'm ready. Egg and I have moved to the kind of last row of cannons in the back,
Okay.
and we have set up to cast some elemental blasts of wind at the sails.
It is within, if it's within sight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, the other thing that I can do is, it's called cognitive suppression of the inferior orders. I can telepathically bond with an animal which obeys but won't fight.
How close do you have to be for that?
Also in sight.
We can see the tentacle. Is that enough?
Yeah. You can see it enough for those arts to work. Yes. For those spells.
Give it a
It is a
shot.
spell.
Yeah.
Give
It
a-
is up to you which one to try.
My opinion would be that we do both. That we flee as Eric tries to control this creature.
You got this, kid.
Fuck!
Does he?
Do I? Damnation of the sense. I can make it feel a sense of being sated, or I can just telepathically bond with it and try to convince it not to fight. Or I could just say slow down, which obeys and it doesn't fight. Captain. No, that's unfair. Oh! Okay.
You could ask for the crew's opinion or our opinion.
Fuck the crew. Actually, Renly, these are spells that, I mean, you've kind of taught me. Minus the Damnation of the Sense, that's more of a book that I was not supposed to read. But
I warned you against that.
but it can work. I can take over its sense and make it feel as if it's sated. If it's hungry, I can, reverse that. Alternatively, I can just try to convince it to slow down. Suppressing of the inferior orders. Both of these go against, I know, your rigid feelings of taking over and, it not having
Controlling something.
controlling. Yeah.
This is a creature. My rules are a little more
Flexible.
flexible around this situation. I I think you need to trust your instinct. It is going off of instincts. So maybe whatever, go work with instinct more. That makes sense.
Well,
so I think we should flee while Eric is trying to decide what kind of magic he's doing.
Yep.
And if the creature surfaces, I'm telling the crewman to shoot
I think
when it surfaces, if it surfaces enough for them.
Yeah.
I think you might notice in this situation that Renly did not give you any really good advice because he is somehow different.
just real quick, Eddie's gonna tell Eric, just do what you think is best.
Please shut up right now. I'm thinking. Also going off of that roll, not trusting him.
Steve, do we have any circumstance modifiers here, or are we?
No, I'm just waiting for the spell.
While he's deciding, I
Yeah.
would like to do 3 spaced out bursts of elemental blast wind into the sails
Okay.
to try to give us a boost. Unless that will give us so much of a boost that it will hinder his ability to do his thing.
I think after you do the first one, you realize you might pull out of range.
Okay, then I bought him time with the first one, and then I will do the second and third later.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast. I think I'm starting to pick up on the pray and magic check. Pray 1. So I'm going to do Damnation of the Sense and give the false impression that this creature is sated, that it's not hungry.
Okay, which spell is it?
Damnation of the Sense.
Okay. He's going to have to make a mental saving throw. He has failed.
Okay.
The creature believes that he is not hungry. For a moment, you guys start to pull away from it. And then for a reason that is not immediately obvious, it begins pursuing again anyway.
Damn. Well, at least it paused, so that
Yeah, you
we're
got
still
some
going.
distance from it. It's probably now 200 yards away.
Okay. Okay.
And Renly's spell helped as well. Are you going to do 2 more?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I got nothing else to do.
So that's going to add to speed. It's now following at a distance of 300 yards. Sally?
Right. So I'm reading. So if PCs are trying to flee their attacker and not best them in combat, they can roll the 2d6 twice and take the better result. They can't defeat a foe this way, but they can successfully flee from it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to tell you to do.
So I just rolled a 6 and a 3. We're doing the 6 and looking at the thing. It looks like I have to roll another d6.
Yeah.
5.
Is that good?
Use the victory entry below.
Wait, I lost the table.
We don't know what you're reading.
What page is it?
Page 211.
Oh, no, that is the page I'm on.
What does 5 indicate?
You rolled a 5. That indicates defeat.
The first 2d6 I rolled is 6 to 8. So that's roll 1d6. On 1 to 3, use the defeat entry above. On 4 to 6, use the victory entry below.
Oh, right. You rolled twice. Okay, so victory. The foe has a 3 in 6 chance of fleeing. Otherwise, even odds you sink or capture her if not fighting carefully. But you're fleeing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think... I mean, this is the quick sea combat. I'm gonna change what we're doing here because this doesn't really make sense for the situation. What was your first dice roll? The 2d6. It was
a 6.
It was a 6. Add your sail to that, please.
That would be a 7.
A 7 plus your wisdom or intelligence.
Would be a 0.
0.
Did my blast help out at all? Or we already
It
counted that?
already helped.
Oh, okay.
And then, but the crew is helping, so go ahead and roll a third die and see if it helps you out. Roll a third die and drop the lowest of the 3.
That's a 4.
Is that lower than either of the other die you rolled?
I rolled a 5, 4, and so I think the 4 would be
So
lower.
it comes out the same.
Oh, you didn't roll 2 3s?
Or did I roll 2 3s?
Or did you roll a 5 and a 1? Because a 4 is higher than a 3 or a 1.
I rolled another one.
Wait, what?
That's a 1.
Okay.
So.
So it's still a 7. Unless coins.
What do we need to flee?
8.
8
Let's
coins?
use a coin.
We haven't yet.
There you go. I think we all are in agreement.
Yeah, in general, 8 is going to be a success, unless something's particularly hard. But since you already slowed it down with mind control and sped yourself up with magic wind, you guys are able to outrun the Kraken.
Whew. Okay.
Ooh, well done, everyone. Extra grog for tonight.
Yeah. So the crew cheers. The Kraken is out of sight. They witnessed the 3 of you with your magical ways help them survive what would have been probably a devastating Kraken attack. So,
And like,
that
hip
wins
hip
you-
hooray for
yeah,
magic people.
that wins you some points back, and you lose some points for ordering men to fire into water. They're like,
Well, they were trying to hit the tentacle.
yeah,
they experiment.
It was only above water momentarily, though. Yeah, so your trip continues on for a little bit longer, and by the time it is day, let me take a look here. By the time it is day 25, you have managed to reach your destination of Zoltwarf.
The last day, I finish up the new articles.
Okay.
Cleanly printed, rightly numbered, with an addition of consensual healing.
Consensual healing.
And
What if the man is?
How about consensual touching?
What if the man is unconscious due to injury or illness? Does he still have to wake up to give consent? Because that'll get people killed.
And I put there's addendums to the
Okay,
to the articles. It's very robust.
Subcategory 3A.
Yeah, it's at least like 5 pages where I like post the first one on the board and then the other ones around it. So
The
it's
crew
around
asked you to read it.
I just go. I'm too tired from all the other work you have me do. I will read it later.
Someone else could read it
Somebody else could read it.
if it's so
Really?
clean.
Brinley.
It's long and very like official. So
He-
the words are probably beyond the crew.
They wouldn't agree, I don't think.
Yeah, Renly responds. He's up meditating in his usual spot, and he just says, "I'm not in the mood right now."
Nobody wants to do what the captain said.
Then the articles don't go into effect.
We have to read them in port anyway, right?
You actually can't cancel the old articles until you're in port.
Yeah.
Well, they're not the old articles. They're just modified with more official language.
Pirates won't buy that.
No, if they can't hear it and agree with each one, then they're not going to sign it.
They have to be very particular because there's no law holding them accountable to each other. Like if they didn't agree to it and sign it, like it doesn't count.
I took so long to do this.
You can still make use of it. Just
once we get
in
to port.
Yeah, which is happening basically
Very
now.
soon. Actually, there is something. During one of my meditations, I reflect on something Rod said, and he mentioned the pocket dimension thing. I want to start composing a spell, and I'm going to talk to you about that later.
Copy that. Yes.
It will have to be a spell that I don't think exists in the game.
Yeah, but there are rules in the game for creating your own spell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll have to.
That's going to be fun. I look forward to it.
Great.
You guys arrive at Zolt Wharf. This town, let me bring up the map again. I hope it still works. We did have that little crash earlier.
Drumroll, please.
Ooh.
It does work.
Fancy.
So once again, Zolt Wharf is at the top of the little island there. And that should give you some idea of the size of the island that is your ultimate destination, because Zolt Wharf and Ravigmond are both decent-sized towns, and they're both on the same island, which is way smaller. So,
Hold up. Are the true destinations the skull?
Yep.
oh yeah, you would have found that out at some point after you woke up, yeah.
Oh yes. Surprise.
You guys specifically are headed
Interesting.
towards the little bump at the top.
From
Okay.
where we are in Zoltwarf, it'll probably take us, 3 weeks to get there?
Let me see, that's probably about right, maybe 2.5, 3 weeks.
Okay.
It is not... It's not promising to be as easy as the journeys you've made so far, just because so few charts even show Indomitus. There are no safe routes pre-mapped to get there. So you're not 100% sure where it even is. You know a lot of places where it isn't, so you can figure that out. But we'll see. So you guys arrive. It is late afternoon when you
said
pull into the docks
day
at
25?
Zoltwarf. Yeah, day 25, I think I said. I am trying to find a little bit of information that I had here about.
Is my beard coming in?
Are you asking in character?
Yeah.
No.
Damn it.
Oh boy.
Is it like at least a little scraggly where I look cool?
You've got patches.
I can work with patches.
So this is a good-sized city, smaller than Crystal Shore. It is smaller than the last couple cities you've been to, but it is still pretty good size. A population of about 8,000. And there is a bustling trade in the area. I mean, you guys saw the map. It's very close to Ravigmond, to Swerkwell. Not far from Yariel, which is where Eddie Bones hails from, and Valcorna. Pretty close to the Brass Lands. Like, it's on the way to a lot of places. So the docks are a big thing here, just like they were in Crystal Shore. The landscape is somewhat different. It's more marshy here than it was there. That was sort of a beach type area, but there's not really sandy beach here. It's kind of just goes ocean swamp. But there is a city. So you guys pull up into the docks and make yourself fast. You can report yourself to the dock warden as the Venture. I'm sure the bosun will do that. What do you guys want to do now that you're in town? We'll just let you each say what you want to do, and then we're going to call it for the night.
I'm gonna flip the bosun. Bosun's in charge of stock, right?
In charge of what?
Stock. Like-
Yeah, basically.
Okay, Venora.
There's a quartermaster in real ships, but the game rules don't have a quartermaster in them.
Okay, I'm gonna flip Venora a gold coin. Make sure to get extra beer this time.
Yeah, you got it.
If you don't mind, I will try to meet with one of the docks captains or some militia to at least begin the right forms for our current ship. What's the ship's name?
The Venture.
The Venture.
Oh, beautiful. Love it. So, should we be pulled over for whatever reason, we can show the appropriate forms and pass through without any questions.
That, unfortunately, Eric, has already been done. They are very experienced in changing the name of the ship under a new captain. They had
Yeah, several
quickly already
flags.
cranked out all the paperwork
Done it
and
a
they
couple
did
times.
it. Yeah, that was done basically while you were unconscious.
But if you want to work out a new identity for our ship, but we could
Backup
use
identity.
a backup identity, and we could use information on the destination we're going, any research into that area.
Sure, that can be done. Logistics question regarding our travels.
Yeah.
From Lowlight. Have we hit this place before?
That's kind of 50-50. You might just as well have stopped at Ravigmond. You probably would have made port on this
Okay.
island. So yeah, you tell me.
Honestly, we probably just booked the first available ship that was sailing to anywhere, and if this is a spot that is most prevalent for ships traveling, then we probably hit this place for a little bit before sailing off.
I'm revising my statement. I think coming from that other direction, like you did originally, you probably would have stopped at Ravigmond instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Never mind. I'll try to figure something out. I'll speak with some people and figure out some research for the island.
Yeah. Eddie?
Did you say I came near from here?
Let me show you. Combat map returned. So Zoltworf is there. You are from Yariel.
Gotcha.
So that's on the scale there. It's more than it's more than 2,000 miles, but on the scale of this map, it's fairly close.
So I haven't been here before.
You've probably been to Zoltworf. You sailed around probably more than anyone except Sally before we met you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Once we go on port, Eddie's gonna leave and he's gonna go to the biggest church in the city
Okay.
and try to find their master healer / prayer, whatever.
Okay.
I follow him.
Yeah, healing as a matter of holy thing isn't super a thing in this world. You might find priests who take care of people, but not in a magical way. So I know that that's something you attempted when Eric was unconscious, but that it would really be more an act of faith than a known thing that clerics heal people.
Well, he still wants to check out.
Yeah, you can do that.
Check out the big church.
The biggest church in any city in the Grey Sea is always going to be a Church of the Three Sisters.
Always?
Always. They are the dominant religion in this world.
Mm-hmm. So, knowing that
you are in a minority worshiping another goddess.
Knowing that, I tell.
Nope. I'm sneaking because
Yes.
I don't know where you're going or if you're about to tell somebody, so I follow him at a distance, change my face so he doesn't catch my smell.
Excuse me. If you don't want him to notice you, you'd probably also have to throw on a cloak or something that he hasn't seen before, because if it's only your face changing, then he'll recognize
It's probably something
your
that I
clothes.
can find on the ship.
Yeah.
Then I probably get a good start on you then, because you probably don't know. Well, I probably get a little bit of a start.
There's a mechanic for this. Just rolls. You're trying to sneak out without him noticing, basically. Roll sneak.
I'm not really sneaking from him. He's trying to stay out of my vision.
So I don't know where you're
Yeah,
going.
but what I'm hearing you say is you want this scene to happen when you're by yourself.
I mean, I don't think anyone else cares where Eddie's going. No one asked him.
Yeah, that's fair. So you roll sneak, take a +2 for your disguise, and you roll notice.
Okay. My notice is that intelligence or?
Wisdom in this case.
All right. So it's going to be 7.
8.
You don't see him.
All right. Well, I head to that church.
Okay. What will you do there?
Um,
People are going in and out all the time. The gates are always open.
if I see that it's the Three Sisters Church,
Yeah.
I put on the mask
Okay.
and I go in and just start, acting like I'm supposed to be there.
What will you do in your act like you are supposed to be there?
I start to try to, talk to one of the sisters and ask if they need help healing anyone.
So you put on just the mask.
Well, the mask, and I remember how that other one looked.
She had a robe, yeah.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have to remember just that one. You are not a member of this religion, but like I said, they're the dominant religion in the world. You know what their robes look like.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put that on. I put on the robe and the mask.
Yeah. Okay. You can probably get a robe somehow. Yeah. What will you say to her?
Do I remember what the sister said to me the first time she saw me? Because was there a greeting?
Not really.
Okay. I just say, is anyone in need of healing, sister?
Where are you from, brother? I don't recognize you.
What was the port we left again? Sorry.
Oh, Crystal Shore.
Crystal Shore.
Crystal
honest.
Shore. Are you going to be with us in Zoltworf?
For the time being. I may be needed elsewhere, but
Have you run this by Mother Nameless?
I have not had the chance.
It is not appropriate for you to be speaking with me until you have spoken with Mother Nameless.
Oh, my apologies. I'll speak with her right away.
Follow me.
Okay.
She's going to lead you into the back.
Okay.
And
Are you outside?
yeah.
I
Did you
mean,
follow him into the church?
I probably follow. I mean, I know enough of like the rituals to like pass by for somebody like doing the prayer, dipping my water into my fingers into the water.
And I will
pouring it
call
into
out,
my
you also
eyebrows.
will have seen him stop and buy a fake priest robe on the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
here.
Yeah.
It's more curiosity as to what he's doing. I don't have the maybe. Well, hold on. I'm gonna do those rolls.
Yeah.
Just for myself.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't get the feeling that he's going to tell anybody who I am.
No, he's being shady. He's
but he's-
disguised himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
He's not here to turn someone in.
yeah.
There's-
I'm more confused as to what the fuck are you
There's
doing
reasons.
at the church.
Yeah.
There's reasons.
Anyway,
so
so yeah, she takes you to Mother Nameless, who's in an office in the back. Another person, clearly an older woman, though again you can't see the face because of the mask. She looks up, says, "Hello,
Yeah, hello, Mother Lanus.
brother. I don't recognize you.
I'm new. Well, I'm new to this port.
You've traveled then.
Yes.
Under whose instructions?"
I tried to remember in my head what the sister said.
Here's the thing: they're all called Nameless.
Yeah. So, I'll just say the Nameless from that last port sent me here. Because she told me that they needed my assistance.
I see.
And while she's pausing, I'm going to use my healing eye on her and the people in there and see if any of them are sick or tired or anything like that.
There's only two people in the room. The Mother Nameless you're talking to, and Sister Nameless who brought you back here, and yourself. They're fine.
They're fine. Okay.
Yeah.
No abnormalities to their...
I mean, one of them's old, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay. All right. And yeah, I just stand there and I say, if there's anyone sick in the church, I can help.
What do you mean you can help?
I can help by relieving their pain.
Oh, well, I appreciate your dedication to the three. Well, we are quite capable of alleviating pain on our own. I'm not sure who told you that we needed assistance, but it was not due to any message that we sent.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll just check with the other sisters and make sure they're feeling all right.
Yes, but before you do, she does this with her hand, and you hear the younger woman behind you close the door. You do understand that anywhere within the allied Acladorian cities, the Church of the Three Sisters is permitted to defend its sanctity against intruders.
I know this.
He's so lucky you followed.
You wear the mask of a sister
It's about to be worse, though.
and a robe that you clearly did not acquire from one of our churches.
Why?
And he says, this robe is new. My other one got damaged on the way here. But I assure you, this is my mask.
You allowed your robe to be damaged.
I mean, it wasn't my fault. There was some sort of creature in the sea.
Your words are nonsense. You do not even understand that you are wearing the mask of a woman. You will now die. And that is where we're going to end.
I didn't get my turn.
Oh, yeah, you're right. What are you going to do?
Sorry.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
First, I want to. Well, three things, but first,
That's a good cliffhanger.
I want to let them know how long they have on shore, which is however long we need to re-victualize and.
I think probably 2 days.
Okay. I do tell our bosun to gather enough materials for twice as long as the expected trip.
Okay.
I do second item, and we can pick it up next time. Is I'm looking for information on my cousin because I had that dream from One Eye, so I'm a little. It's been in the back of my mind.
Okay. So you're asking for information about the One Eye family?
Yeah, so I'm going to go look probably in other places, and then I'm going to go dicing and gambling because I've been like, wanting to.
How much money are you putting down?
How much money do I have?
I'm looking for books. I'm looking for what I'm gonna need to develop this new spell.
Copy that.
I have 22 gold and 14 silver.
Do let you know
How much
that
are you
I'm
gambling?
going to be researching.
Okay.
Does Sally set herself a limit before she goes in?
I don't think she does. I think she just.
Is there any money that she left at the ship and didn't bring with her?
God damn it.
I mean, she brought a small pouch.
5 gold pieces I'm holding.
That's right. He still has 5.
She probably carries all her material possessions with her.
Okay, roll your luck check.
Damn.
Wait, did you update your luck?
Yeah, it's at 12.
Okay.
This is not a luck saving throw. This is just a straight luck check.
I
What'd you
rolled a
get?
7.
You rolled a 7. Okay, you lose 30% of everything you have.
You know, it's worth it. I was talking to people.
Except for remove the 5 gold he's got and then take 30% out of what's left.
Yeah, I minus that out of my.
Yeah,
I actually have 27 gold, but.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so books. We'll resolve that next time.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Yeah, because
there's a lot to do
I just
there.
read over the
So-
developing a new spell thing, and it's
long.
It's hefty.
It's long and
So-
expensive.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
And cousin hunting.
For recap, cousin hunting, I'm about to get attacked by the sisters.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Fucking reading.
And he's
hey,
Sneaking around.
and he's sneaking around in the church somewhere.
It's a
right?
small town. Where are all the books
Might
going
just
to
be his
be?
salvation.
I'm
Be the
I'm in
church.
I'm
8,000
in the main like corridor
yeah.
where people are like praying and everything. I saw you walking away. I have a couple of
it's-
ideas,
it's
but
okay.
that can be
yeah,
resolved.
we'll come back.
Yeah, when we come back.
Again, tomorrow night, Easy D6 Wasted World. Monday, Vieja Escuela, Pulp. And next Friday, back to this. See you guys then.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Bye bye.